Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Duke and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your dog's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, or what we like to say, use as our steering wheel, and it's only a little tug and let go on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Duke has been fitted with his very own training collar that he's going to go home with, and you'll be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now he is sitting very nicely at Rich's left at heel position, and the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the heel. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Duke heel.
Duke, heel.
Now this is nice leash walking where Duke stays even with your left leg, not dragging you down the street, not pulling you, staying right next to your left leg like a gentleman. If you speed up or slow down, he should do the same. You should never be being dragged down the street, and when you stop your feet, he has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So when you're walking your dog and you stop to cross traffic or stop to talk to a neighbor, he should be sitting nicely at your left waiting for his next command. So it's all about self-control with Duke and about always acting like a gentleman. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and he always wants to lay down on his sits. He has to do the exercise as it was taught, so Rich told him no, put him back into a sit and made him hold the stay. You're going to practice your stay commands indoors as well as outdoors, and when Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, and he should remain seated until they get right back to where they started, back to heel position, and Rich tells him to heel again. So these simple exercises, heeling, automatic sits, stays, these are all exercises that are going to keep your life with Duke happy, under control. He's going to know that you're the leader.
Stay. Stay.
Lengthen out your distance and your time on your sit stays when you get them home. You want to start out at about 20-30 seconds and work up about 5-10 seconds a day, all the way up to 3 minutes. This time Rich calls him out of that. This is the come on command. And he comes and sits right in front of you facing your knees so that there's no jumping around or jumping on you. He comes in and sits nicely and gets a big pat for praise. We're not using any treats with Duke. Everything is praise motivated. So we praise him for a good job when he's completed an exercise.
Stay.
Rich leaves him in another sit stay. Walks out to the end of his training leash to face him. He uses his name, he lightens his tone of voice, and Duke comes right in. Rich talks him in, praises him on the way in, and then he goes back to heel and back sitting. Duke likes the down command the best, I think. Now we are setting up for those down commands that Duke keeps trying to show us. And there are two different down commands. There's down from a heel and down from a distance. So the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel. So with your dog seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word firm command to down. The long down stay is for 1.5 minutes. You're going to start out, work up to 5, and this is his favorite command, so that shouldn't be a problem. When Rich returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him just like he did on the sit stay for an additional distraction, returning all the way back to heel. He gives them some praise, and Duke said, I was going to take a nap in the sun. And they take off heeling again. So this video is specifically for you to be able to use at home as a practice video. Down and stay. Very good. If he were to not go down, you would say no and repeat the command with your hand and your voice. Rich calls him out of that down command. He comes in and sits. But if you notice how very controlled everything is, so this is teaching him maturity and self-control. Even though he's 3 years old, he didn't have much self-control when he got here. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is your distance down. It's a little bit harder because he's not right next to you. So you leave him in a sit-stay.
Stay.
You turn to face him. You back away. And you give your down from a distance. Very good, boy. Now we have lots of information to go over with you when you come to get Duke. We feel as though he's done a fabulous job here at school. He's a nice boy, he really is. We have demonstrated all of his basic obedience commands, and we want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company. We will see you soon.